Hi, it's Sandy Wyllie. Welcome to my mental health channel, where I wipe away the stigma of mental illness by talking about my own personal struggles, having borderline personality disorder, complex post-traumatic stress disorder, anxiety and depression. I talk about narcissism and my narcissistic mother. I talk about schizophrenia, and I wrote a whole book, Life with My Schizophrenic Father, my childhood memoir. I also talk about my therapies and my unethical psychologists who had sex with me and exploited me and physically and emotionally, psychologically abused me. And the links to all these books are down below in the description. But I only come on as a former patient of almost 20 years. I am not a licensed therapist. I do not hold a degree in psychology, so I cannot diagnose you or give you a professional opinion. All I ask in turn of you is your kindness and respect always in the comments. Now, if you are new to my channel, welcome. Hit that subscribe button, the little box down below in the right-hand corner that says subscribe. That way you'll be notified each and every time a new video of mine comes out. Give it a thumbs up, like it, share it with your friends and your family. Share my videos on your social media platforms. I want to hear from you, please. I have the link to my email address, so I welcome all to email me. And if you want to help support my channel for all the hard work and effort I put into it, you can also buy me a cup of coffee, and the link to that is down below in the description. Today's video is Healing Happens When You Share Your Story. And as you all know, by all these books, this is only a small portion of the books that I have written. I've written 36 books already, and I keep writing every single day. How writing and doing these videos, telling everyone what I've been through, the trauma I've been through in my childhood. I have many videos about that, about my mother. The trauma I've been through with my psychologists, I have many videos about that, many books about these things, how that has helped heal me every single day, and how that can help heal you. There is power in being vulnerable and opening up about your experiences, okay? What does this do? So what happens when I come on here and I tell you, in great detail about what happened to me with my psychologist, and in great detail I tell you what happened to me with my narcissistic mother, how she severely abused me? What happens when I share all these stories and experiences? I'm opening myself up for a much deeper sense of connection and understanding and healing. And this is what you can do too. This is how it started for me, okay? I never took a writing course in my life, never a journalist course, nothing. I only went to a 2-year college. I did take English. It was required for an associate's degree. But that's it. I never was interested in writing anything. I used to hate writing when I had to write for an English paper. I didn't like it at all, I didn't know what to say. But then as I got older and more trauma, my son got traumatic brain injury, and my father was committed to McLean's mental hospital, and my parents both died back to back. And then when my psychologist started sexually exploiting me, I started having sex with my psychologist, and the way he mistreated me by shoving me, pushing me around, spitting in my face, demanding, well, I've talked about that in other videos. But more and more as this started happening, I turned to writing in the form of poetry first, not prose. And then I put it into prose. And this is what helped me, which was a healthy outlet. I know I drank a lot of alcohol, and I still drink 2 glasses of wine every night. That's an unhealthy outlet, turning to drugs and substances. Alcohol is a drug. That was in doing pornography or promiscuous sex, unprotected sex. Those are stealing. I could go on and on about all the things I've done. Those are unhealthy outlets. But the writing was a very healthy outlet for me. And it started first when I started writing my minister. this is how it started. I started writing my minister. My husband and I went to a Protestant church, and I got a hold of his email address, and I started writing about what was going on with my son. And then my husband was unemployed at the time, and guess what? My husband's not working now. He's unemployed. He just got laid off last Thursday. So now he's not working, and I make nothing on these videos, so I'm not working. So we're in dire financial straits. We really are. But I started writing. This is how it all started. I started writing to my minister, pouring this out to him about, we can't pay our electric bill, we can't pay our gas bill. And then he started helping paying the bills with the church fund. But it wasn't that he was paying our bills for us with his church fund because he felt really bad for everything that was going on in my life. It was the fact that I could write him. It was a release. It was therapeutic that I could write to him and tell him everything that was happening to me. And he would not be judgmental of me, and he'd be accepting of me, and he'd want to really help me. And this felt like such a release that every day I was excited to get to my laptop, my cheap little, tiny little laptop, because back then we didn't have much, we didn't have any money. And I found myself very eager to start, typing away at the keys and sending him another email. And then he would respond back to me. So I knew he read it. And I felt this deep, deep connection to him. And, like I've never had before. And then I think that's when it clicked that this writing thing, you don't have to be a great writer or anything. I was in my 40s when I started writing. I never took writing in college. I was no great writer or anything. But what writing did to me is just like what these videos did to me, was helping me share my story. And when I share my story with you, you and me are having a very deep and intimate connection. When you listen to my story, when you read my story, when you watch my videos, you and I are having a very deep, intimate moment. And we are bonding, and we are connecting. Our wounded child parts inside of us are connecting very deeply. My wounded child is connecting to your wounded child. So you and I have a very deep, intimate relationship through our wounded children. And that's why I want to emphasize today in this video that I want you to share your story with me. Now, I have already gotten some comments that I am so appreciative. I don't want to mention their names or what they said in the comments. Of course, they're out there. So if you read my comments, you'll know that some people in my comments have opened up very deeply about what they went through in their life, their tragedies and their traumas. And to those people, I don't want to select them and pick them out, because I just, who you are, who has opened up. And I want to thank you very much. I want to thank you because I know that took a lot of courage for you to write that in the comments. And that's how the healing starts. That's how we have this connection, you and I, when you share your story and I listen and respond. And I share my story with you, my friend, and you listen and you respond. So, Daphne reminded me, hey girl, you got to put your email out there. Thank you, Daphne. Daphne is a wonderful, wonderful woman. She's written me great emails, and she told me, girl, put your email out there. So I put it in the descriptions, and I'm going to, post it again on the thumbnail of this video. And I'm trying to encourage you that if you have some deep hurt, and we all do, and some deep trauma, some wounded child inside of you that you feel very ashamed of, and you don't want to share it just to anyone. You don't want to put it out there in the comments. You don't want the world to see that, you know. But you still want to share it and want to feel that deep connection, then please write me a private email, okay? 𝗬ANN, LEEANN 827 at hotmail.com. I already going to put the link down below. I'm going to put my email address out in the thumbnail. So if you feel like, you know what, I don't want to share this with the whole world. I'm not ready to do it at that level. And there's no need to. You don't need to share it with everyone. But if you feel that you and I have that kind of a connection with one another, then please email me your story or what you're going through, and I will read it, and I will keep it private, just like a therapist is supposed to do. I will not share that email with anyone, including my husband. I won't. I promise. Here's my oath and promise to you. If you email me and share me if you want to, if you think it will help you, and I think it will help you, I think it will help you to unload what you're going through, knowing someone caring is on the other side reading it and responding to that. Then by all means, please email me and write to me and share it with me privately. And I promise, I give you my word that it won't go anywhere beyond me. No one else will read that email. And by sharing your story, and you still can share it in the comments publicly with everyone. I'm just saying that I'm giving you another way to do it. If you don't feel like, well, you know, I don't want to write this in the comments. I don't want everyone to know this about me. If you feel you don't want to go, you know, public with it, then you can go private with it by writing me and sharing with me, and that'll just be between you and I. And I think it can be helpful. So healing happens when you share your story. So what is your story? You know, feel free, please, to either tell me in the comments, or feel free to write me that private email, knowing that I will read it and respond to you, and that it will remain private between you and I. All right, I hope this video has helped you. Until next time, take care and have a great day.